my life, I thought I had to do it all for myself, and I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. And I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I see. I say, if you feel discouraged, struggling just to make it through the day, you got to let it go. Just let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit from my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only for God. No more struggle, no more strife. I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Only for God. I'm releasing, I let go. I let the Spirit from my life, and my heart is open wide. I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Free in the Spirit, yes, I'm only for God. I'm releasing, I let go. In my spirit, yes, it's open wide. Only, Lord, there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see light. Yes, I'm only here for
I forgot this is very important safety precaution for the Burning Bowl Sunday when we're dealing with the fire up here. Thank you, Don, for getting that for me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Burning Bowl service that we hold annually. I'm Trish Morris. If I don't know you, welcome. I serve here as the spiritual leader of Unity Spiritual Center, Denver. And I'm a little tired, are you? Yeah. So just invite however it is you are today to be okay and to be fully present here for this process of letting go. As we sang today, releasing and letting go, we're only here for God. And, you know, we are coming to terms with the fact that for many people, God has a lot of baggage. So to say I'm only here for God, sometimes there's some resistance. Well, wait a minute, which God? Which version? Right? And I've taken to, and I've shared this with some of you, in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, Mary refers to God as the good that has come into the world. demonstrated through the life of Jesus as a reflection of the good of all of us, of humanity itself, and of all of creation. So to think of that, I'm only here for good, right? I'm only here to be a vessel for the goodness of God. And hopefully we can grow into an understanding and a connection with God that resonates with us, that doesn't make us feel defensive or less than. That's really the invitation, because that's been really just a product of a understanding and I think a misuse at times for the wrong reasons of having power over people. So I wasn't going to say any of that. Someone needed to hear that today, apparently. So I just want to, because our service is a little different today, I'll run through the overview of how that will work, and then we'll sort of dive in. So you all should have received a packet of goodies when you came in. No chocolate, sorry. Did everyone get one? If not, please raise your hand and someone will bring you some, because you will need these items. Okay, down front here, the ladies, and Myrna in the back, and Karen. Okay. And so I'll guide you through each step, but just so you have your wherewithal about you, this little tiny piece of paper is flash paper. We'll begin with that. And I'll lead you through a process, through music and through contemplation to a few more down here. Liz, thank you. To begin to reflect on what you're ready to release. And then I'll invite you up and we'll do the burning bowl and I'll demonstrate that. And I want to say this, that some people say, ooh, that's kind of scary and I don't like it. And that's okay. So go ahead and write down what you want to release. You can either rip it up or you can bring it down front and I'm happy to throw it in for you. If you're someone who's sensitive to flashes, don't stare at this while it's happening. Because this is literally, you know where we get this? The magic store. It's used by magicians. So it'll go, but then it will disintegrate. And I'll demonstrate that for you. Then you have a paper and a cardboard and an envelope. Cardboard is just to help you write on. So to write the things you're going to release, you have a little something. And the big piece of paper is the second part after we've worked to release what no longer serves us, what we're ready to let go of so that we can open up to more of our goodness in the new year. We'll write a letter. That's traditionally been called a letter to God. You can call it letter to your higher self, letter to the universe, letter to the Christ within. I wouldn't do Santa Claus, but if that's really where your heart is, do it. And traditionally, we have you write your address on the front and leave it with us, and then we mail it back in June around summer solstice to sort of check in. These are the seeds you've planted as you've come into the new year. How have you been nurturing them? Are they beginning to bud? How are you doing with that? If you want to keep that letter and just have it with you, you can. Just keep it. But if you'd like us to mail it in June, just clearly put your address on it and leave it in the baskets at the back and we'll mail it to you, okay? That's the overview of all the good stuff. So we'll just take a breath now. I'll invite you to affirm our creed together that we say every Sunday. Do we have a slide for it? We sure do. There we go. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our faith is oneness. And so as you bring your full presence here, we'll take a moment now to just center. A time of opening prayer, ring the singing bowl, right? That invites us to drop from our head to our heart. So just take a breath. Letting that sound invite you inward. Feeling the support of the earth under your feet, the chair behind your back. And take in a breath. Really just inviting your full presence to arrive here. Our mind is often the last to cooperate, so just invite it to slow. Trusting that what awaits you to organize or think about or worry about will wait. That there is a divine purpose that has brought you here today to be present with yourself, with all that that holds. This intense experience of being a human being, combined with our growing awareness of our spiritual nature. So we just welcome all of that, all aspects of us, as we tune in to begin to consider for ourselves what is falling away, what is calling to us to let go of. As we face a new year, a new season of our life, unlike any before, how do we want to prepare to do it in a way that we've never done before, which is the invitation every year. We often hit repeat and do another version of last year. So just opening up to begin to consider and to begin to let your own inner wisdom guide you into what you know on some level you have outgrown. As you open up to receive guidance, call upon the aspects of strength and clarity, anything else you might need. To be honest from a place of love and compassion. These are the things that I'm willing to let go of in order to open up to more of my good expressing. And we know that as we do that, we are better prepared to share that good with the world. So while this is a personal journey, in effect, it benefits the whole. So we steady ourselves in the good of God that we are, and allow that to guide us through this process of letting go. And the consequential claiming of more good going forward in this year and beyond. And so it is. Our friend Sarah Rain, who has spoken here several times, shared this little invitation in her newsletter this week that I share with you. She says, the baby light of the sun is rising once again, and we get to be part of it. Have you been letting the dust settle from the activities of 2024? Are you clearing out the old, letting yourself fall into stillness? Are you dreaming the fresh sparks of the most tender glimpse of hope for the next cycle? What blessings are you inviting in with the first moments of the new year? There is still a long winter ahead, and these days are the most fertile soil for real soul inquiry. There's a tendency, I have it myself, to rush. Okay, done? All right, huddle. And the invitation is to really slow down. And yeah, sometimes doing that is like, ugh. Listen, there has been a clean out going on in my house for the last 48 hours. I've tried to avoid it. Someone's been in the basement until 2 a.m. Getting rid of it, getting rid of it, getting rid of it. That's good. Clearing out. It's nothing like getting Christmas out that reminds you, you've got too much stuff. Because you got to move 14 tubs to get to the 5 for Christmas. That's part of the process. I'm one that wants to just hold on to it. Let's just hold on to it. I don't want to look at it. Wait a minute, I do want to look at it. 7 hours later, do you remember this? Oh. So all this is to say, there's something really valuable in the slowing down, in the process of tending. I've been taken by the gardening metaphors to tend. That's a process. When you tend to the soil and you plant and then you tend to that, it doesn't happen like that. So this is really an invitation to honor the darkness and the stillness and the time of slowing down and noticing what comes up and trusting that it is purposeful for what you're planting for the new year. So Katrina's going to sing us into a process, our beginning process of letting go, which will lead into your writing on your flash paper what you're ready to let go of. And I'll lead you firmly into that after she sings for us.
Think it's time for the letting go. Think it's time for the letting go. Think it's time for the letting go. I 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 must have been crazy to stand my ground. A queen with no fortune, defending her crown. I must have been out of my mind. Think I have learned when the road to redemption crossed the bridge that I burn. Oh, I think it's time for the letting go. I think it's time for the letting go. I think it's time for the letting go. Fist up high, proclaiming my case at the cost of my soul. Such a disgrace to look inside. What I've become, denying my freedom and enslaving the love that was made, for the sake of the rest of my life. think it's time for the letting go.
So go ahead and take your flash paper out if you haven't already. And I want to remind you of two things. First of all, it's little for a reason. Don't tell the whole story. Spirit knows, you know what it is, right? You're ready to let go. And here's the other thing. Although we get that paper at a magic store, there's nothing magic about burning the paper, right? It's a symbolic gesture, thank you, of an internal process. And what really matters is the intention behind it, right? Are you really ready to let it go and to feel the freedom and the expansion that is right behind that? So I just invite you to, hold that intention as you prepare to write down what you're ready to release. And know that it is that power of intention that really moves you forward in the process. So just invite you to center inward and tune in to what is coming to life within you, what is ready to be planted and nurtured, but that first needs to have room made. You can feel that there's not enough spaciousness to really plant those seeds. So it's a time for us to consciously release some of what we have been holding on to. Oftentimes our habitual ways of thinking, our limited beliefs that lead us to behave in ways we wish we didn't sometimes. And yet we cling to some sense of righteousness. So those ways of thinking and being that keep us playing small, habits, beliefs, attachments, addictions, identities, toxic relationships, what do you need to release in order to realize more of your own depth, your own light, the fullness of spirit at the center of your being? Write that down now. I remind you that this is an opportunity to intentionally claim your power of release. We've just spent a year looking at Unity's 12 powers. This is your God-given capacity to release, remove, denounce, and let go of anything that does not serve your highest good. You have the capacity to let it go. Even if you had believed it forever, you can choose this day to let that belief go. And if you believe you can, you will. So I'll begin to call you up after I demonstrate this. Take your time. I gotta write mine down. I need 16, 20 minutes. Uh-oh. So we'll just form 2 lines coming down each side. I'll show you. Please watch, because every year someone does the exact opposite. Because it freaks you out once yours is lit. Right? But you have a minute. It'll catch and let it go up, and then it will go out by the time. See? I told you. Don't stare at it if you're susceptible to that. And I'll be down here if you're like, you do it, I'll do it. Come on down when you're ready. It's all right. Nice. Oof, throw it away from the people. Nice. Perfect. Whoa. I know. It'll go. I just always like to notice that everybody had things to let go of. Sometimes you can feel like you're the only one, right? You're the only one that's been held back. You're the only one that's been hurt. You're the only one that's struggled. So I just call upon that connection that we share in humanity. That we tend to hold on to things long past their due dates. And that we have been granted this capacity to let go And it does require faith, right? That what we've known, how we've known it, who we've thought we are, letting go of some aspect of that will open up to another aspect. Reverend Eric Butterworth reminds us that our mind is our kingdom, that it has no boundaries outside of the ones that we place on it. The free flow of ideas and creativity is our inheritance. And it's important to begin acting on the belief that you can dip into that process anytime, manifesting guidance and light in creative and imaginative ways that are beyond human knowing. For they come from the wellspring that is inexhaustible. That's the other thing, is we know what we know, right? And that's great. And then there's more. There's more, and there's more, and there's more. And when we stay like that, no, I know this, don't tell me to let go of it. We also, yes, we're safe, and we know what we know, and we even get to be right, sort of. But we also don't know what's beyond that. And I think that's really what we're being invited into in this cosmic shift. There is more to how we can be together. And that means, there's some of the things that I really liked about how we were together. Well, that's okay. There's more. So there's no doubt that it's a tension, a letting go and a trusting, and then a flourishing, yes? So we begin this next time of meditation with the thought of really feeling I am free from the past if I let it go. And I want to say this never means letting hard things, bad things that happen to you be okay. It means cutting the tie that binds you to it, that restricts you by it. Being free from the past and our perceived limitations of the past, the mistakes of the past. When we do that, we can welcome and trust the Spirit of truth that dwells within us to guide us to deeper and deeper truths of our own being. And this is the truth that sets us free. And within the depth of our being is what? Just more of that goodness. So begin to connect now with that wellspring of good that resides at the core of your being. As we open up to our good right now. Katrina will sing this song for us. I am open to my good right now, as we begin to contemplate in these letters what good is wanting to come forward in us through the space we've created of letting go. begin writing, if you haven't already, this letter to God, the God of your being, the Christ of you, capturing the good you wish to see manifest in your life in the months ahead, and what you are willing to do to support that process. It's not a to-do list. It's simply focusing your attention on how you will nurture that good. There may be some things you'll do, but more than anything, your intention is to make room for it, to tend to it, to water it, to see it and feel it becoming a reality. Remind us of that prompt from Sarah Rain. It is here in the stillness that we begin to dream the fresh sparks of the most tender glimpse of hope for the next cycle. So just capture those sparks for yourself. If you're done, you can address your envelope if you'd like. Begin to close this time together, and you can stay if you want to continue writing later, but sharing this reading from the Essene Book of Days. Wherein lies the source of joy? The inner peace of winter prepares me for the answer. It shouts quietly to me, do not seek happiness. Seek rather your true nature, your true reason for being. Seek your Dharma. At this time of new, small beginnings, feel into the clarity of vision growing within you. So in closing this exercise, I invite you to affirm with me, I bless my life. I call forth the good in it. I am open and receptive to the good that is coming to me now. And I bless all channels through which it comes. Amen. Let's do a reprise if we want. I'm open to my good right now. You can finish that. So as a final point of contemplation today, I just want us to connect for a moment with the web of life that we are inherently connected with. That as we do our own work to heal our past and to create a future that is in alignment with the good that we are, it impacts the whole. There are people at all levels of that, right? So just want to take a minute to connect as we did, as I drew our attention to the fact that everyone has something to release and often may feel that they're alone in that. As we connect in our good, with our good, together it multiplies, right? Jane Goodall says that you cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. And so I just invite us to take a moment to connect with the good that we are, the good that we've just called forward for ourselves in our own lives, and see that multiplying throughout the web of humanity and through creation, right? As we are inspired to take better care of ourselves and each other and our earth. And to send out our love and our light to those in our lives and in our world who are in need of that. Need of that spark of hope. We hold that for them. We ignite it for each other. And we claim the power that we hold in making a difference in the world through our connection with all of existence. We benefit from that, and so we give of our good to that as well. So we move forward into this new year slowly and lovingly, connecting with our good, connecting with our purpose, and letting that shine out through all of existence.
Stepping out of righteousness, recognizing oneness, no separation of you and I and that and this. Everyone wins the same. I allow all things to exist today. I allow all things to exist in their own way. I exist in my own way, and I am a powerful creatress living in the matrix, source of all wisdom in this bliss queendom. We